No, it's
just
because he's
arguing.
stating that it's fact, and there is no fact.
Yes, it is facts. We have a link tree in our YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'd be happy to share with you our. We have studies to back up everything we say here. We're not just like talking smack to talk smack.
We got you.
Like we have the divorce statistics that I was talking about, the marriage statistics, the failure
But
rate.
and it says on there
Yes.
for what reason,
That's
and their
facts.
reason is
Peer reviewed, yes.
Yeah.
okay.
That's
But that
the
reason is that
The
the divorces are happening.
Yes,
There's been mad divorces
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
on
Well,
in
what
the
is,
period
what
of a
is the
decade.
reasoning? What is
Over
the highest
50%
reason?
It's gonna say
of marriages end in divorce. About
Oh, shit.
70 to 80% of them are initiated by women.
For monetary
Now get-
reasons.
Yes. And women initiate the divorces,
Mm-hmm.
which is contrary to what you were saying with maybe they were in a toxic relationship and whatever. I mean, that could be potentially the reason, but it's typically financially rooted.
That they want to get away from the supposed rich husband, is what you're saying?
No, they're initiating the divorce, the women. When was marriage about happiness?
It never was.
What?
Marriage was about duty. Marriage is duty. It's only here in the United States and Western society in general where we, prioritize hedonistic, things where we
How I
say
feel.
you should be happy in your marriage, and that's just not the way it's been. And here's the thing: when you prioritize hedonism over raising a family, the kids suffer. We know for a fact from statistical data that single mother households are one of the largest predicators on your child being a degenerate, a criminal, or a violent felon, a drug addict, alcoholic, basically a homeless, etc. All these things, come from single mother households typically.
Why do they have to stay together?
She brought up a fantastic point, but here's the thing you got to understand: a lot of women want marriage. I need you to kind of step out of, and I've noticed that a lot of your arguments are made off of your own personal beliefs and how you view the world. But I need you to understand that people are different, and the majority overrules the minority. You might not believe in marriage and traditionalism, etc. That's fantastic, but most women do. Women are more traditional in other countries, and they have better marriage statistics than the West does. I mean, it's crazy because if you look at United States, Australia, New Zealand, etc., any country where feminism is extremely prevalent, there's high divorce rates, there's high single mother households.
Because people are allowed to speak
high
up for
degeneracy.
themselves.
I'm sorry?
Because people are allowed to speak up for themselves. In a lot of other countries, it's not really a known, you can't really just go and ask for divorce. It's not that easy as it is in America. And even in America, you both have to agree on it. They don't just grant divorce.
I would argue that women are actually incentivized to get married and to get divorced in Western countries because there's a slew of benefits that come from divorce. I mean, I'll just give you some numbers. 90% of alimony is paid from men to women.
Yeah.
Men,
Child support.
women get 90% of child custody battles. That's why we tell guys, you guys think it's funny when I say, hey, you shouldn't tolerate certain behavior from your serious girlfriend that you might want to marry. The reason why I say that is because as a man, when you get married, you literally put your nuts on the chopping block. Mm-hmm. You're literally jumping out of a plane with your parachute, 50% chance it won't be able to deploy because the marriage courts do not favor men whatsoever. So you might say, that's controlling, that's insecure, that's toxic. No, I consider it intelligent. You need to vet this woman very hard to make sure she's going to be a good wife and more importantly, a good mother, because once you marry her, if you get into a serious relationship, hell, even if you live with her in some states, you're in a serious compromising situation where she could destroy you financially and take your children from you and you have no recourse. That's why we teach guys the things that we do, because there's serious consequences if they're not armed with some information.